Good morning, everybody. I'm just so excited about everything that's going on. I am just in a space. Yesterday, I was just thinking, I feel a shout in my spirit. Well, you know what? I'm not going to shout on here this morning, but I am just going to talk about something that's been very important, not just to me, but if you look around the world and what is going on right now, despite the COVID-19 pandemic and having to deal with that, organizations and governments have another thing top of mind, which is equality, diversity, and inclusion. And it is also the same for me. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about that this morning quickly before I run off to do other things that, equality, diversity, and inclusion are hot button topics right now. And everybody, organizations, corporations, they are making sure that they're diversifying their staff, they're diversifying their boards, they're diversifying senior leadership, they're bringing in more people of color, but one of the things that I think people are mistaking diversity with is that diversity is only relating to ethnic situations. Diversity is not just about skin color. And it's not just about ethnicity or culture. Diversity is also about diverse perspectives and inviting and including diverse perspectives in decision making. And what is it? And including everybody in the decision making process. The more I do research regarding my leadership training as I continue to build that part of my business, I'm noticing more and more that the hierarchical model of leadership is dying a quick death nowadays. That whole top-down approach, that hierarchy where the one who sits on top passes down all the decisions and then everybody jumps to do it. That is dying out pretty quickly. And what is happening is that organizations are now adopting something called collaborative leadership. And what that means is that they are taking perspectives from every rung of the organizational ladder. So you could be the newest of employees. You could find yourself sitting in a meeting room with the CEO and the president of the company, and you're going to be called upon to give your perspective and perhaps to help them make a few decisions. So, I saw something which said millennials are thinking that in a couple of years, the CEO position is going to be completely obsolete. My video is looking a little dark here, but I'm not getting much light today. It's very dark outside. Anyways, they are thinking that the CEO position is going to be obsolete. So, diversity and inclusion, it goes way beyond skin color. It's not just about getting a Japanese and a Chinese and a person from Africa and another one from England. That's diverse, yes, but it goes way beyond that. We're not just looking at diversity in numbers. We're looking at diversity in thought, diversity in perspectives. Because when you do that, one of the big things that happen with that is that people feel trusted. And if people feel like they're trusted, then they're in turn going to trust you. And when you have this symbiotic trust relationship, it definitely improves morale and it pushes productivity through the roof. And you will find that you have less of a turnover of people walking out of your organization. Everybody likes to feel like they're valued, and people know when they're not valued. You can try to put one over on them as much as you want, but they know when they're not valued. And when they know how to respect themselves, they will walk away. So as we talk about diversity and inclusion, diversity and equality and inclusion, it drives innovation, it creates significant value and provides that extra push to outperform your competition. And so what I want to encourage everybody today is that do an introspective. Continue to look within yourself for your own personal biases, and if you find any, work on them to change them. It is also important that every single one of us continue to challenge societal and social norms and stereotypes that hinder and continue to hinder and stifle or ignore the voices of the people that we work, play, and do business with. Individual perceptions has to change. If it doesn't change, if our thought processes aren't changing, because let's face it, everything that happens in this world begins with a thought. And so does racism, so does injustice, so does inequalities. It begins with a thought in somebody's mind, and it's all about their way of thinking. So if the paradigms aren't changing, then nothing else will, and we would have witnessed a flurry of fruitless undertakings that's leaving us right where we started. Absolutely nothing changed, and we're just continuing to do the same old, same old, same old. And that's why if you look on my webpage, right there it says, at KMI, we are proudly committed to empowering our diverse global clientele to create positive change in our world through personal and professional development. And so KMI is taking action, because I said before, I'm not one who just talks. I like to take action. I like to do things. I like to make tangible changes. So we're taking action. We're joining other community leaders here in Toronto, and we're leading by example. What we're going to be doing, we're going to be empowering the Black community. And we specifically choose the Black community because we notice that there is a need for that in certain sectors of that community. We are going to be empowering the Black community through leadership and entrepreneurship initiatives to help them unlock their potential for business and leadership. That is our next social impact project at Carleen Millwood International. Social impact. We're impacting our social environment for the better. We're unlocking our potential for a much better world, hopefully, right? That's what it's all about. So, what else can I say? We're hoping that this project and these changes that we're making and these projects that we're creating, that they will create sustainable change within the society itself. And so that's where we are. That's what we're pushing forward to. And I just wanted to come out here and share that with you today. I want you to look within yourself, check for any personal biases, change it. When you find situations where people are not understanding you, don't fight, don't argue. It's a moment to teach them something new. It's a teachable moment. And that's the only way how these situations are going to be changing. It's going to be broken down sometimes one by one. And if you can't do it in a group, you do it one by one in front of you. I had an experience, and I'll share this with you, what I'm talking about. I was walking with a friend one day. We were in a store together. She is from a different cultural background, and I won't say what background because right now it really doesn't matter. She's from a different cultural background, and she saw a magazine on the stand with Prince Harry and Meghan. And when she saw the magazine, she made a comment and she said, "Ugh, Harry could have done so much better." And I said to her, "So much better than what? And why would he have done so much better?" Well, there's nothing much about her. She was, just the girl who used to hold the suitcase on whatever game show, and then she ended up on Suits. And I go, wait a minute now. You mean Meghan could have done better than a swastika-wearing teenage boy who, as he became a man, got caught with his pants down in Las Vegas, right? So if we're going to be trading what each of them have done and not done, which one of them do you think could have done better? But because Harry is royalty, of course, it's going to seem like he made the wrong choice. So in moments like those, you step in and you change the situation. You teach. Because the moment I said that to her, it made her stop. And she literally stopped in her tracks. And she goes, "Oh my God, I never thought about it that way." And this is what I'm talking about. She didn't take offense with what I said. I didn't take offense with what I said, with what she said. Actually, I laughed at it and she started laughing and she goes, "Oh my God, Carleen, I never thought of it that way. Thank you for bringing that to my attention because I would never have remembered that even happened." So this is what I'm talking about. People have blinders on and sometimes they don't even know that they're there, and they will say things. They don't necessarily mean to be offensive. So when you find those situations, step in, say something. It's a teachable moment. Help them along the way. And that's how you can help to change your world one person at a time. So as we go about our business, remember equality, diversity, inclusion. Treat other people the way you would like to be treated for a better world so that future generations won't have to deal with all this mess that we're dealing with. And they'll be living in the world that Martin Luther King dreamed of. A world where people are judged by the content of their character and not by their skin color. All right, that's all I have for you today. Go forth and conquer. Love you all. Bye for now.